There's a new forum poll out for choice of Toronto mayor, and among those decided and also leaning, John Tory and Doug Ford are statistically tied here. So Tory has about 40% support and Doug has about 38% support.
Yeah.
Although 22% also said they'd choose someone else. But, you know, let's focus on the 40 and the 38 here. So this talk, you know, and if you look at all the forum polls, your support has been increasing over the last few months. So we are about, you know, a year and a bit away from an election in Toronto. Is this something you're now seriously considering?
I am. I'm looking at exploratory team, putting a team together of some of the greatest political minds, not only here in Toronto, but across the country. And the reason I'm doing this, Francis, you know, people are frustrated. People are frustrated with John Tory's broken promises, no matter if it's the Scarborough subway or raising taxes and all the fees right across the board, not privatizing garbage when he said he would. People of Scarborough want privatized garbage. So it's constant broken promises. The city right now is in a financial mess. They've depleted all the reserves that people worked hard, like Mike Delgrand and our team down there, to fill up the reserves. They're depleted. They're facing a hole this year of $380 million. I don't know how they're going to fill that hole. And he spent over $1 billion in just the operating budget alone, and that's compounded every year. And I have to question, where's the money? I'll tell you where the money is. The money is the hundreds of bureaucrats that he's hired, along with all the special interest. You know, the city is looking for a principled leader that's going to have their interest at heart instead of the special interest.
So you said you're putting an exploratory committee together. Yes. Who are you looking at to bring on your team?
Well, I'll get to that as we move forward. But I will tell you, since I announced today that I'm putting a team together, my phone has been ringing off the hook all day with some of the brightest political minds in the city and in the country right now.
So what are going to be the factors for you to determine whether you will run, and when are you going to make that final decision?
Well, probably not for a while. I'm not going to rush into it. But right now, people need a voice. They're frustrated, no matter if it's Kathleen Wynne Liberals taxing them. They're fed up with being nickeled and dimed by either John Tory, Kathleen Wynne, or government in general. It's just the cost of living is too much. They'd rather, am I going to put money back in their pocket? I'm going to save them money, like we did. We're going to balance the books again, and we're going to put the reserves, fill them up, and we're going to get the city humming.
So this could be interesting, because it could be very much a battle between two conservatives.
Well, I don't call John Tory a conservative whatsoever. He has spent more than David Miller, more than Kathleen Wynne per capita. Again, $1 billion. He talks about transit. Everyone knows, nowhere in North America right now, and I travel North America frequently, there's no city that has worse traffic than Toronto, and you can see it. It could take you an hour and a half, 2 hours to get across the city.
So John Tory was out trying to get money from the province today for the downtown relief line. He's asking, what makes you think you'll get the money and he won't?
Well, first of all, I tell John Tory to get his financial house in order, because right now it's a financial mess. In less than 2 years, he could take that $1 billion compounded every single year and build a lot of transit. He could put that $340 million, $380 million that he's facing a hole, put that into transit, and stop hiring hundreds and hundreds of people at the city. Start running things efficiently. He has one thing at heart, taking care of the special interest and taking care of all the bureaucrats. I'm going to take care of the taxpayers.
You know, if we look at yesterday, the Conservatives won in Sault Ste. Marie.
Yeah, that was a good victory.
You know, I want to know what you think about if there's a bit of a Conservative wave sweeping across maybe Ontario now. Kathleen Wynne's numbers aren't so good right now, but the Conservatives broke through, I think, since 1981.
That's
they
right.
hadn't won an election, right?
Well, I found that interesting when I sat down with Lauren Bosanoff from Forum Research. I have strength right across the city, and what's the most interesting? I'm strong downtown. That tells you something similar to Sault Ste. Marie. Sault Ste. Marie, I flew up there last night. I went campaigning with Patrick Brown. What a great leader. He's going to be the next premier. People are so down to earth. They're great, but they're fed up. They're fed up with the Kathleen Wynne tax and spend policies, along with John Tory's tax and spend policies here in Toronto. People have had it with the government sticking their hands in their pocket. We're going to put an end to it. The gravy train is in full swing again down at City Hall.
So the gravy train is coming back.
Oh, the gravy train's already back.
Anti-gravy train
well,
is coming back.
The gravy train's already back.
Stop the gravy train slogan's coming back.
Well, I can't say the slogan's coming back. I can tell you one thing. They're spending the taxpayers' money out of control now with all their special interests. And it's scary.
Okay, so you've toyed with running for the province already, even federal. You hinted at that. Now again, you're hinting at a municipal run. So why should people believe that you're actually going to go through with it this time?
Well, because we keep our word. When I say I'm running, I'm either running for the province to support them, because right now the province is in a financial mess. Had a good time with Patrick
Brown.
Brown.
Now you're not saying you're running. You're saying you're just putting an
I will
exploratory...
be running either for the province or for mayor of the city. And that's why I'm putting an exploratory team together of some great minds, reaching out to communities across the city. And we'll make that decision in a little while. I'm not going to rush it. But again, people are fed and tired, sick and tired of the broken promises of John Tory.
And if you run for the province, where will that be?
Etobicoke North. But you sit back and ask people, name one thing John Tory's done.
So you're running no matter what.
Outside to spend money.
So you're running no matter what. It just depends whether you're going to decide province or the city.
100% I am running at the province to help Patrick Brown out, which is a great guy, and the next premier. Or we're going to straighten out the mess, the financial mess that we have in this city right now.
So we're going to hear a lot more from you, I'm assuming.
Yeah, well,
Are you going to be down at City Hall to observe City Council and comment on what's going on?
I'm going to be around across the city. Francis, I still return 5 to 10 constituent calls a day. They call up, they aren't getting answers downtown or at all three levels. I'll support them. If you have a problem, folks, you call our office, and I guarantee you'll get the return call.
All right, Doug. Thanks for joining us.
All the best.
Have a good weekend. Thank you.